This worker barely brushed a plastic dish rack with her leg, and 2 weeks later, she was in the emergency room with work restrictions. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how inconsistent stories create expensive work comp claims, and why something I call mechanism transformation is one of the earliest warning signs that a work comp claim may be headed in the wrong direction. I'm Dr. Leslie Cadet, an occupational and environmental medicine physician and the founder of Ascend Occupational Medicine Consulting, where we help self-insured employers lower their work comp costs by providing medical oversight that works. So this week was a perfect example of what happens when employers, adjusters, medical governance teams work together. Within 24 hours of the claim being reported, we had already gotten video footage, medical records, and work restrictions. The mechanism? A plastic dish rack lightly brushed the worker's right leg. She worked in a kitchen. She said the rack was on the floor and she moved it with her right foot. Now on the video footage, there's no impact of this dish rack to her foot or her leg. And how much does a dish rack weigh? Like 3 pounds? An empty plastic dish rack is like 3 or 5 pounds, 2 pounds, maybe even 1 pound. There's no visible injuries. On the film footage, she's not flinching. There's no change in her movement or her gait. A coworker walks up and suddenly she's bending over to touch her knee. She completed her entire shift without reporting any injuries. Was the case closed? Not exactly. 2 weeks later, she goes to the emergency room with complaints of leg, knee, and hip pain, impairing her ability to walk. She then goes to occupational medicine, and based on the story she tells them, they give her a slew of work restrictions. No standing, no walking, no bending, no kneeling, pretty much just sit there. And this is where Ascend's radar started to go off, because on her initial injury report form and the emergency room visit notes, she reported that the dish rack on the floor was moved with her foot, causing it to hit the side of her right knee. But when she went to occupational medicine for the first time, she told them the dish rack fell onto her right knee and her leg while she was washing dishes. Now wait a minute. Those are not the same stories. And if your adjusters just roll past that, if the people who are looking at your claims don't even pick up on the fact that there's a difference in the reporting, that's a problem. So on this video, we have this grazing mechanism, this brushing mechanism. We have a hit described on the paperwork. We have a falling dish rack described in the first doctor's note, and her symptoms don't fit any of that. Persistent knee pain, difficulty with range of motion, difficulty walking, not able to bear weight on the joint from the light brush of a dish rack? It's just not medically plausible. What happened in the 2 weeks between when the video was taken and her appearance at the ER? Anything could have happened. A car accident, she's playing rugby. We have no idea. But based on what we do have, the differences in her reporting and a video clearly showing that she did not get hurt, they don't match. And so when the symptoms and the story don't match, it's a red flag. Thank goodness the employer had video footage of the incident. Video footage isn't just to catch people who are trying to break into your business. It can provide priceless information that saves your bottom line when an injury is claimed. So the key takeaway for employers is you don't lose claims at the end. You lose them at the beginning. And if the mechanism changes, you need to ask why. If the symptoms don't fit, you need to ask why. If the story evolves, you need to ask why. Because if your team reviews these issues weeks later instead of hours later, the claim already has momentum, and momentum is expensive. Like, subscribe, and comment if these breakdowns help you understand how claims actually escalate. Register for our upcoming webinar. The problem isn't the injury, it's the lack of medical oversight. How employers are preventing high-cost claims before they spiral. And if you're an employer or a risk leader trying to make better decisions, smarter decisions earlier in the claim, book a call with us to see how our medical governance program can help your self-insured program.